Well, hello everybody. It's been quite some time, hasn't it? So I've decided in a bold new direction for this channel, even though it didn't have a direction to begin with, that I'd like to create a new style of video. Now, this idea came from the fact that a lot of people have told me before that they like how my voice sounds, or they feel like it relaxes them, or whatever the deal is. I don't have a clue as to what they're talking about, but I guess some people find my voice relaxing, and that's a nice compliment. But I also know that oftentimes, especially when I'm like talking with friends or whatever, I often go on like a bunch of tangents about different things, whether it's like about video games, whether it's about a show, maybe it's about something that happened to be in real life, maybe it's my opinions on certain situations that can happen in real life. It's something that, I tend to try and explain myself to somebody, and I end up like what's supposed to be a 5-minute conversation ends up being 20 minutes, right? So then an idea was born off of that. So I thought, why not create videos that are just my thoughts and my feelings and opinions or whatever, about different topics, and thus this style of video is being born. So I want to see if I can make this a possibly weekly thing. This video, by the way, is just the precursor, if you're wondering. It's the reason why it's so short. Most likely than not, other videos that I create for this series may not be as short, but my idea is to at least create videos that people can watch as like background noise, maybe while they're doing something else on their computers, maybe they're trying to help fall asleep, maybe they're just curious about my opinions on things. It's just anything that I can think of in order to help create these types of videos, because ultimately at the end of the day, like the style of videos that I were doing before, like I didn't even have any sort of flow. I mean, if you look at my videos, they're all over the place. I did speed runs, I did some long plays, but there was no real direction to my channel. But I think starting with this series, hopefully I can find some direction, maybe start uploading more. This might be just a good exercise in general to help me also be able to talk, because I don't know if you guys can tell, but I'm pausing a lot. The reason why is because I don't really have a script. I'm kind of just going off of whatever I can think of. Improvisation, one of the best tools of the trade that humans have when interacting or talking. But ultimately I want to create this series in such a way that it helps me practice articulating my thoughts, it helps me voice my opinions, it helps me create flow for my channel. Maybe ultimately it might even inspire you guys to have ideas, like oftentimes when I talk about my opinions on such things, or I give advice or whatever, people are like, that's really good, maybe you can help somebody out with that. And I don't know much about that one, but I will say that at the end of the day, I would very much like to help out people with whatever possible problems they could have. So maybe through this series, maybe you'll find some help that you need. Maybe something I say will click in you, all because you just decided to listen to a guy rambling off. But yeah, so ultimately this will be a new start of a series to my channel. Hopefully it keeps going. This is just a prologue episode, I guess is the way to put it. Like I said, that's why it's gonna be so short, but I should have another episode soon, which, and by soon I mean the same day, because let's see, I am recording this pretty early in the morning. Who knows when it'll upload, because we all know how YouTube is. But the idea is that I will be talking, I will be showing my own gameplay, by the way, as a background. Unless specifically stated that I use somebody else's gameplay. I'll even like splash like their user on screen if I do decide to do that. But most likely I'm not going to be doing that anyway. But yeah, that's about it. That's just me explaining what I'm going to do. New series, just going to be me talking about a bunch of random stuff. Maybe you'll enjoy it, maybe you won't. Either way, I'll see you guys on this journey.